Kids, today on Louisiana Beer Reviews, we are looking at Victoria, a Vienna style out of Mexico. We would like to thank all of the German immigrants that came in, populated the Americas, and settled in Mexico, which would be Central America. Appreciate y'all coming in and introducing beer to the folks there so that they could make more better beer for us. That's right, I said more better.
I think we drank a little
this
early.
comes in. It's an oddly strange long neck. It kind of almost looks like clubs off of an old Ironsides type ship, where you could go pick it up like this because it fits the hand almost perfectly, and turn around and
the Marines would have used that.
Boom, and it'd be like a club.
Okay,
So
hold on a second. I think Mexico's really more like North America, but it's Mesoamerica. It's the middle part. Secondly, this is only 4%.
It's Central America.
Well, I think Central America starts below Mexico, but why argue about it?
So Central America's this big?
Yeah, it's like Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, El Salvador, Nicaragua.
Okay, moving on from the history lesson. We're going to go ahead and open this up.
And one more thing. This is Mexico's oldest beer brand.
Oh, wow.
And it's 4%, so you could chug it all day.
And it's good. So we're going to go ahead and give this crack with our opener. Compliments of Mike Peters in the Church of Sacred Brew Facebook.
Yes. Hey, Mike.
What's up, guys?
Hey, Mike Papa Peters. This is the Day of the Dead 2018 edition.
Yeah, it comes with a fancy little label on there. Hot cartoon chick with her face all painted up like she's a skull.
Yeah, and that's All Souls Day, November 2nd.
Pagan thing, I guess. I don't know.
Well, the church incorporated it as a Catholic feast. Can I see the bottle real fast? Nice. She doesn't look like a Mexican. She looks like she's from like Luxembourg or Germany. Oh well.
Vienna style.
Yeah.
Look at the color of this. It is a cross between an amber and a yellow.
It's
almost
light.
It's almost like a distressed.
A light copper.
Yeah, like a distressed copper color.
Looks like.
So the head's really not there at all. It's
no, what happened?
And it's got some lingering big bubbles, and then it's got the little champagne bottles.
I'm a little shocked by that head going.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and give this a try. I'm thinking it must be the maize that they use in this.
I don't know. It's been around since the 1860s.
Wow, can't go wrong with that, kids. Even the
But
old people drank this.
Yeah, Cervecera Modelo. Cheers. The aroma. Wait, I want to do the aroma first. There's not much aroma. Faint corn, maybe some light malt.
That's why I went straight for the tongue.
Yeah, well.
Faint. It almost has like, it doesn't have the smell of oyster, but like if you crack open a good Gulf oyster and you eat it, and it's got that kind of, I don't know, that kind of
Salt water
kind of, it's hard to describe. It's almost like a mineralness, but then it's kind of like a clean wash.
A mineral water, and it does
like
have
a clean wash.
And it does taste.
And you're still left with that really good oyster. You know what I mean?
It's very light bodied.
Oh yeah.
This is like quasi light beer. If you think, people will say, I don't want to drink a dark beer because it's going to taste nasty. Believe me, this is about the lightest dark beer.
And I talk to people about that all the time, and a lot of folks are kind of ignorant to what Vienna style beers are.
It's just the malts are toasted to like if you toasted bread.
Right, and I try to explain it to them. I said the color variations go from here over. It could start off at light, and go all the way into dark. I said, so even though you wind up with a dark beer, doesn't mean that you're sitting down drinking a thick stout like a 1050.
No, I think people that are Bud Light drinkers could get into this because it's so very light. Now
they're kind of hesitant about the flavor too. They're like, oh,
it's going to be nasty. That's what people in Louisiana always say. It's going to be nasty.
Well, I think Bud Light's nasty.
Yeah, oh, don't say that. Don't
I
say
can say
that.
whatever I want. I don't care for it.
That's like the most popular beer in the history of Louisiana. All right.
It's the most popular beer among ignorant folk who don't know what beer is.
That sounds like a very bad beer snob statement.
No. I don't. I not only drink craft beers, but I drink other beers too. I can name budget beers that are better than Bud Light.
But you know, like Bud Light, Bud Ice that you got in the fridge.
Yeah, Bud Ice is a lot better than Bud Light.
I drink Bud Light when I work at Bingo sometimes, let me tell you.
I think I heard his feelings.
Look, the toasty malt is so faint. There's not a lot of sweetness. It's very light. It's watery. There is a little bit of that caramel and that sweetness from the Mexican corn. The finish is crisp and refreshing. This thing is like the ultimate guzzler, in my opinion. You know, it's not yellow fizzy stuff. It's tan fizzy stuff. Now, if I'm going to drink a Mexican dark beer, you know what I'm going to be reaching for. The
Negro.
Modelo Negra, the 5.4%. That'll get you up.
That'll set you right.
Yeah, it'll get you up. But
He's good.
But for a light thing to have with like some buttered French bread with some charbroiled oysters, like a half a dozen, this would be great.
Oh yeah, this would go good with a crawfish boil or some boiled crabs, or cracking up some raw oysters. I think this would marry exceptionally well with raw oysters.
I can see that, yeah.
Just raw oysters.
You're not saying the grilled. Okay, well, whatever.
That's for people that don't like raw oysters.
Yeah, I don't really want to get into that because I'm a big fan of the grilled oysters. So, thank you, Dragos. All right, this is super pleasant. It's mild. I'll give it a A minus.
I'm going to give it a solid A.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's a Vienna style light beer without even calling itself light. So it's fantastic. You could drink this all day long. There is nothing unpleasant about it. The alcohol content is right there with the flavor notes. So it's very pleasant.
Okay, so we condemn Austria and France for taking over Mexico in 1862 and ruling Mexico for 5 years. But we do praise the Austrians for letting their brewmasters go live there and stay there and make good beer.
Must have run off to those fond senoritas.
Right, so down with imperialism and up with brewing. That's me speaking for myself.
Okay, with that said, we'd like to go ahead and close this video review before we get some unpleasant comments.
We're going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to Jefferson Parish, Louisiana, and if you find some Victoria, whether bottle or can, I think you'll love it.
And you should be able to find this anywhere for $9 to $10 a six pack.
Yeah.
Well worth every dollar that you're going to spend. And it's just good stuff.
Yeah, I've had the bottle and can. I'd love to try the draft. I bet that's really something. Y'all come on down to Southeastern Louisiana.
Find a place that's pouring a lot of it,
Yeah, because if it sits there and gets old, oh
right,
no.
Yeah.
You don't want that.